Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady from the University of Trials. This is the, I want to call it the second one of these sort of Throwback Thursday videos, where this time I'm talking about the extreme tracks within Trials Evolution. These are going to be some of my absolute favourites. I will absolutely say right from the start, Way of the Ninja, Way of the Ninja, Way of the Ninja. That is the track that I love. I say I don't remember these tracks. The muscle, I think, and you guys picked up. A few of you guys picked up on this in the hard versions. The muscle memory is still there, but like right now, I'm like, I don't remember the track. Don't remember the track. Boom, I remember it now. It just takes me a second. So slower there. Oh wow! I used to do this so much faster. Now it's all coming back to me. Oh, come on. This is like Eye of the Storm for me, and that really something you should be, you know, can speed run kind of fast and have a bit of fun while doing it. That obstacle there, tough, and this one was, oh, you know what? I didn't do it justice. I'm not going to try and zero fault all these. There's going to be people out there right now that are going, dude, you just played that really poorly. So let's see if we can get this back. So this is just for fun. This is just because I like playing this game. I kind of figured after finishing up that challenge series, I kind of went, well, you know what? Throwback Thursday thing would kind of be a bit of fun. I am very much planning... 33 seconds. Not fast, but anyway, zero fault, extreme track, Trials Evolution. Thank you. Yeah, I actually want to go back and do Trials 2 on PC. I'm horrible at it. Everyone's going to just laugh at me, but that'll be fun. And I'm even thinking if I extend this series out for the next couple of weeks, Flash Game. That's going to be a treat, because I've never been any good at that. But anyway, tonight, it's all about Trials Evolution and the glorious extreme tracks. Oh, shit, you know what? Actually, I'm not even going to apologize if I get distracted. This was one of my all-time favorite things to do, especially in like a multiplayer game. I'd just get up there and just balance. So like everyone else would be struggling on the obstacles, and I'd just get there and I'd be like, and they're like, dude, are you at the next checkpoint? No, I'm having a bit of trouble getting over this. And then I'd get here and I'd just be balancing on this thing. So much of this I'm doing poorly. I think just because I realized when I did the hard tracks, some of them I don't think I did justice. So I'm going to at least attempt a not even a half decent run, but just something I'm not completely embarrassed about. And like out of the pit, seriously, out of the pit, this track is magnificent. When I first saw this, I can't remember who it was, but it was one of the very, very good Trials community guys. Got to play this at a gaming expo somewhere, I think. And everyone was like, oh my god, that track looks crazy. And then the dude zero faults it before the game even comes out. I want to say it was Murdoch, but I could be way off. Hopefully someone will find the video of him doing it. Whoever it was. That is like the worst line through that. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I've got a lot of tracks. To go through, but honestly, this is just so cool. Out of the Pit's always been one of my favorites too. Fishy business. Actually, I might even show you my. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you my replay on this. If anyone hasn't, I'm still going to throw another little shout out to Semester 1 of the University of Trials. I used this track to do the rear wheel bounce technique, and as I was actually filming the video for the University of Trials, I ended up beating my personal best by a pretty decent margin, and I kept it in the video, so it was kind of just a cool little moment for me. But it's this rear wheel bounce. Oh, muscle memory. Muscle. Oh, I was even ahead of my personal best just then too, you see that? That would have been funny too. Watch that, man. No, that was never going to happen. And this is always brutal if you get stuck here. It was always tough. Alright, I'm going to show you my replay on that just because I kind of like that. My replay here. Not that replay, but my best. It's at 700. Still sucks. Oh man, this game is so good. Yeah, so this was actually done just as a mucking around start, and I was just trying to do this tutorial here and just film that section. I did it so well, got all these crazy green markers showing off that my time is better than my personal best, and I was like, yeah, I'll just run it out and see what happens. I think I beat my best by over a second. It was pretty awesome. Oh, and actually, if you watch the video, what was it? I was down at PAX Australia in 2013 when I recorded the intro to this, where I actually got someone down there, I think it was the Defoliator, and I got him to explain, or basically request, to request a tutorial, and he asked for that tutorial. So I used this track, and it turns out that as I was explaining the technique for him and recording a tutorial for him, the recording of that video actually got me to beat him on the leaderboard, which I thought was pretty fun. I don't know if that sounded funny. It sounds like a rambling mess. I will hopefully remember to put the link for, I think it was semester 1 class 6, class 5 was E3. So you go back and watch that stuff. Like, there's an awesome interview that pretty sucky interview, but I did an interview with Auntie Ilvesero on the creative director from Red Links on episode 5 when I was at E3, and class 6 of semester 1 was PAX Australia, where I got to interview some Aussie community people and got them to request tutorials. But anyway, what we are doing now is playing Dark City Run. People will remember that from being the predecessor to Light City Run. I will argue, I want to say that Light City Run's harder. So let's put that up to a vote in the comments. These police cars here, watch. Brutal. They get you, until you get good, they get you every time. So I'm not doing it justice. And actually, the good thing with these Throwback Thursday vids, where I'm just sort of playing for fun, this is not for your enjoyment, guys. This is absolutely for my enjoyment. And if I'm not happy with the video or the run, I'm just going to have another crack at it. Oh, come on. You... Alright, I'm not going zero fault. Don't try and go zero fault, Shady. You haven't played this game in like 2 years. Oh, this thing here. Alright, I'm going to try and do the good way. Now, anyone recognize this? Actually, that's funny. Wow. That is Inferno. Now, the trick here... This is the first checkpoint of Inferno. You sneaky people, Red Links. I'd never made that connection. Yeah, so what you do, the cheat way, the way I always taught people to do it, accelerate here, big bunny hop, and you clear that whole section, right? Or alternatively, you run it pretty much exactly like Inferno, and you go over it that way. But yeah, the amount of zero fault runs that obstacle ruined, because it's not the first checkpoint, it's crazy. And then here too, actually this was a great checkpoint, because what you do, you're encouraged to do that, but then you end up running off the back. Once you got good at this track, I've done this before too, just try and avoid a zero fault run. Oh, sorry, oh, come on. Yeah, what you do is lean forward here, and this is a throwback to an obstacle on Groundhog Returns, I think. But anyway, on Trials HC. But anyway, you did this nice little flick, and you can sort of propel yourself straight up here. But just awesome little shortcuts. There's 11 faults. But anyway, you saw me do alright. I don't care. I don't. Oh my god, the wreck. This track for me. It's actually funny. The $1 million item that is in this game, the squirrel helmet, I want to take credit for and say that I was the one that asked for that and made that happen in the game. I would love to get that confirmed by Red Links. I doubt it's true, but I've always claimed that as a personal victory, right? Because I was over in Helsinki 2012 and they said, what would you like to see in the game? You're a massive fan, you're a true fan, what would you like to see in the game? And I said, I've got all this cash, I want $1 million item. I said, how cool would that be? And they went, yeah, cool idea. So what happened? We get $1 million item. I didn't realize when I requested it, I only had $600,000. So what everyone started doing was grinding to get the remainder of the cash. Now, to grind, what you wanted to find was the track that had the shortest duration combined with the highest payout. Makes sense? Grinding 101, right? There we go. Oh, come on. I just did this. There we go. And it was a toss-up for me between Fishy Business and this track, because I was able to pretty much consistently do this in like 0 fault, 35 seconds. Now I'm not there anymore, clearly. Being able to do this well on the track, though, I mean, I guess to, in one regard, it's showing that, now this is brutal. Whenever you get stuck here on a 0 fault run, I was like, man, how awesome would it be to 0 fault that? It sucks. I knew what I was doing, I just stuffed it up. Such a good track. Yeah, it was 28 seconds off my best. I don't know what I was talking about. I felt like I was halfway through a Fat Shady anecdote. Oh, Way the Ninja. Again, this is like reality check from Trials HD on drugs and then like 4 times as long. So here's my Way the Ninja story. Here's my Fat Shady anecdote. Playing multiplayer against people, as you can do single player tracks in multiplayer. In Evo, yes, I know everyone loves that. And I think I'm pretty good at this track. I pretty much consider, my best run would be like 2 minutes 6 seconds at the time. Consistently, and I could do a decent 0 fault run, 220 without, 220 would be okay. So anyway, I get into multiplayer and I'm like, cool, let's play some Way the Ninja. Favorite track, 2 minutes 20, and normally when I play average people, without sounding like a jerk, but yeah, when I play average people, that pretty much was a guaranteed win for me, and most of the time a DNF for everyone else. I get on with one guy, DNFing every single time, and I'm like, dude, how the hell are you doing this in 1 minute 30 and doing it, like, I'm talking consistently? Oh, you mother... Love it, someone's parent. I'm so upset about that. I'm like, if I can nail a 0 fault run on my first time out, it'd be so good. Anyway, turns out, and I'm like, man, you're actually pretty good at this game, and this track in particular, you're awesome. And he's like, yeah, don't you remember? I'm the guy that holds the world record on the track. And I'd been playing with him for like 20 minutes and like been getting down on myself, because I'm like, how can I be DNFing, man? I'm awesome at this game. Yeah. The professor has some skills. He does not. Oh, that. I'm even going to go back. This obstacle here is one of the worst. Yeah, I was going to say I've got some skills, but I'm nothing on the top, guys. This obstacle here killed 1 million 0 fault runs for me. Absolutely murdered my 0 fault runs. And look, and it's actually a long checkpoint with a lot of different parts. And then that, you sort of come to this really abrupt stop. It's really tough. So yeah. That was reflex. Honestly, even to be 4-faulting this is a big deal for me. See, pure reflex there. Oh! Oh! Yes! Actually, I feel like I've done this before already. Deja vu. Cheat here. When you 0-fault the track, you unlock this. Let's just watch this awesomeness. Seriously. As like, so what's supposed to happen is that's so effectively if you cross the finish line with 0-fault, you unlock that little story and it's fantastic and all the rest of it. The problem is people figured out that because the track is actually, so if you have a look at this in the map here, the track is actually just a massive figure of 8. For you to 0-fault, all you've got to do is just bail out backwards over the end of the track and it triggers the so it's kind of a cheat way to see that should have been only revealed on 0-fault runs for people, but whatever. It's still kind of cool, kind of a cool secret. Now Inferno 3, awesome track. Everything's awesome. Honestly, if you come to this channel expecting like some form of unbiased critical analysis of this game, no, you're watching a fanboy. It's all good, and this is amazing. I'm actually pretty happy with how well I'm still doing, considering I haven't played this for such a long period of time. No. Again, I'm not trying to 0-fault, but want to do it justice. So, the test is my own happiness. If I'm happy, we progress. If I'm not happy, we'll stick at this for a bit. You can't hop straight through here. On to the next ones. Just a bit of casual throttle control. I'm actually doing this really poorly, by the way. Like, don't look at this and be like, "Wow, he's good." No, this is a bad run. That makes me sad. Yep, that happened. You know what's funny? Because I'm not going for 0-fault runs, I really should be going for more shortcuts. Anyway. Look, I'm stoked with that actually. 3 faults, Inferno 3, even after all this time. Like, I reckon... I want to say I haven't played that for a year. Probably have, but... Anyway, now's where we get in a scary territory. Because we're going into DLC extremes. And what the Red Links guys... Now, it doesn't hold true in Fusion necessarily, but generally speaking, what they tend to do with DLC is, like, the difficulty curve is very high in the core game for the extreme tracks, but as you get into DLC, the assumption is that people getting the DLC are people that are big fans of the game, so you assume that they've learned and their skills have improved. So theoretically, I've got to wait here because I'll show you something. Theoretically, people should be better at them, so they'll be able to get through the harder tracks. So the DLC extremes tend to go harder. Way of the Machine in Fusion was a good example of that, but when you have a look at something like Deluge, you probably want to step backwards. So it doesn't necessarily hold true, but that's, I guess, a pattern that I've seen. Now, this is funny, because I found this out, I think I actually got this the day before it came out, or the day it came out, and I remember talking to one of the devs going, "Hey, I found something," and he went, "Yeah, I know. we might have stuffed up a bit. So let me see if I can show it to you. That. Now, if you nail it properly, pretty good sized shortcut. And I remember it was like, yeah, the night it came out, because the cool thing about being Aussie, I'm never going to do it again. The cool thing about being Aussie is you tend to, yeah, I'm not going to show you again. You get everything early, like when everyone else, like, you know, the updates for Xbox Live Arcade, for instance, came out at like 8 o'clock at night for me. So I'd just get home from work, do the update, do the download, and have hours to play. And it's actually why sometimes you'll see, even with the latest title update, I think for Fusion, I think I ended up having it pretty early, and I'm able to sort of in the first couple of hours have videos published. And it was the same with this, so I remember get a hold of it, and yeah. Oh, that little board there is tough. Like, it's such a small target area. We'll figure out a way to do it, but then you got to bounce up and over that, up there, and so you got this big bunny hop. So look at this. You've actually got to get all the way up, then jump, but then here, bunny hop, and then look at this thing here. To this day, I'm awesome at it, apparently. Wow, I think I've actually just got better too. Oh, and then this ending, the biggest trollish ending in any game. Look, honestly, look at the angles here, right? By the time, so you've got to rock this thing backwards, but then you can't get the height. And then even if you get the height, the thing moves underneath you. And then you land on this stupid slope and roll backwards and fall. It is the suckiest, most stupid ending of a track ever. This is like my Ned Flanders moment where he loses it at the post office or something. You know, I hate that ending. I'm just calling it out there. I love all of this game. That ending of that track there is horrible. So that was back to the attic, right? A straitjacket, and oh my god, magic marker. Actually, straitjacket's fun on the gecko. I'm gonna do this one on the gecko. Yeah. How good is evolution? Seriously. How good is the gecko? Crazy bunny hop. This thing had grip for days. Like, it was just... And you could really throw this bike around because you just knew it would grip. So like here, just burnt, just... Pff. So much for proving my point, stupid gecko. Totally made me look like an idiot there. Thank you. Last time I used this bike. That's not, I still love it. And then this one, if you could pull that off, that was a cool little shortcut if you can get it. And that was always the thing with this game. The shortcuts were tough. Like, but again, and it was big risk, big reward. And that's what they should be about, you know? Anyway, hey, getting it. So you can see here the muscle memory and the skills are just decreasing slightly in this. Oh my god, nightmares. I'm doing it on the Phoenix. When this came out, it nearly broke me. Like, it's one of these tracks that, firstly, look at the art style, right? It's literally a magic marker. They animated it. I mean, it was the first time I'd seen this. You know, they just have a tick to see you've successfully completed the checkpoint. They've animated a marker. They've shown you where you can and can't go. There's no sound apart from the sound of the thing. I hate this track. It's actually not true. I know how to do it. I did a lot of work figuring out a tutorial so you could do that more consistently. I put a lot of effort into figuring out that method. Now again, most of the people have been able to figure out that method themselves, and you know, it's muscle memory, but I sort of figured out a way, at least for myself, to be able to teach other people. Because that's the hard part. Actually, it's funny, I've spoken to a few, there you go, 4 faults of magic marker. I thought that would be heaps worse. Yeah, I spoke to a couple of really sort of top writers, talking about the fact that I sort of, you know, I try and teach people how to play this game, and a lot of them sort of, you know, not criticize me, but sort of point out that at their level, you can't teach it. It becomes a reflex, and it becomes I guess, an instinct. And as silly as that sounds, it's sort of like elite sporting people, right? It's the thing that separates them is those milliseconds where they make a split decision quicker, faster, more consistently, and more correctly than the average person. And that absolutely, I've never claimed to be able to teach that portion of it. What I'm always focused on is really just about teaching people how to get to really just the point of completing a track and understanding how the game works. And what I'm expecting is people take that and run with it. And I'm starting to get messages now with people that are like, you know, I've been making these videos for a while, and they're just like, hey, yeah, Fat Shady, man, I you know, started using your videos to complete extreme tracks, and now I'm smashing out ninjas. And I don't tell anybody, but I get pissed because I'm like, dude, I still can't do ninjas. But anyway, so what do you think of Evo? What do you think of the extreme tracks? Let me know. Tell me in the comments how right I am. Oh, this section? Again, I've got a way to do it consistently. Oh no, I stuffed that up. I forgot. Plenty of people really struggle with that. Oh, isn't there a... No, I thought there was something down there. Anyway. And that too, finishing on fire. Bit of extra style points. So good. Oh my god. I've just realized what the last 2 tracks are going to be. So here's one of my last little Fat Shady anecdotes. These last 2... This one's tough, but the next 2 are brutal. Oh, this checkpoint? Another one of my all-time hated checkpoints. I might be able to do it, but I despise that checkpoint. I gotta see the level design on this DLC in particular, on these extremes in particular, just brutally hard. But like I said, it sort of got to a point where they're like, you know what, we can test these guys. If they're still playing and they're still buying these DLC packs, they want a challenge. And I like that. I'm always a big supporter of the tracks getting progressively harder as the DLC's there, and if you're not up to that skill, you know, they still release medium tracks and the like, but yeah, I really do think those extremes should go. And I don't want there to be ninjas in the core game. I'm happy for that to be a community run thing. I'm glad that they're in there in the bonus ones. Actually, you know what? No, actually, I'm going to take that back. A bunch of people have been talking about the fact that there's hidden ninja tracks within the extreme tracks, but you can only access them when you're zero fault. And a lot of people said, wouldn't it be cool to just be able to have them as a separate track? And you know what? I'm actually going to take that statement back. I agree totally that there should be at least those ninjas unlockable somehow within the game. So once you even zero fault an extreme once, it's always there. You know, so you don't have to go through the pain of zero faulting it to unlock it. To play it. Once you zero fault an extreme track, those ninjas should just become available. I'm going to mention that. I'm going to put that in the red link suggestion box. I swear, this muscle memory is scary sometimes. Like, I haven't seen these tracks for such a long period of time. Oh, this was where... This was certainly where my zero fault runs would always come unstuck. Oh, I forgot the roof's collapsing. All those pipes are on their way down. Alright, this here is where every one of my zero fault runs got wrecked. Come on! Are you kidding me? Nailing that the first time. Honestly, when I was trying to get zero fault on this track... So this is the other story I was going to tell you. When I was trying to get zero fault on this track in particular, these were the last two of Evo to get. And they took me ages. Months, I reckon. I'd almost given up on them, and then something happened, or someone got them, and I'm like, yeah, I can't let them have that over me. So I went back and got them, but it took even after I was good at them, it took me a long time. Actually, this ending's nice. You can watch this ending while I have a sip of empty water. Just a dramatic end. Oh, he's waving. Bye. I don't think he's meant to do that. If he is, I've never noticed that before, but I don't think he's meant to do that. That's awesome. Now, I actually think the Forge is the hardest one. No, debatable. Another little thing I'd like to hear in the comments. What do you guys think? The Forge or the Great Fire? Which one's harder? But actually, I don't think, apart from playing around on stuff, I don't think I've done anything less than anything over 10 faults, which is nice. So let's see. Was that under 10 faults? Oh, this is tough. But it's actually not when you know what you're doing. I just forgot what I was doing. This, to not fall backwards, I made that look easy. I used to have a really good technique for this too. I think it's bunny hop there. Don't bunny hop off the second one. No. You son of a... Alright, I want to say this is hard, but I don't want to say it's hard just because of one obstacle. Like, it's not an easy track by any stretch, but... I'm just fluking this. And then, I've stuffed up a zero fault run on this barrel here, and it's such a stupid place to fault. Because it's, by all accounts, easy. Anyway. That, my friends, is a 35-minute run through all of the extreme tracks. I haven't forgotten one, I don't think. I did the hard tracks, I actually forgot a bunch. I'm not going to go back and do them now. If you want to play this game, go and buy the damn thing. It's freaking awesome. You know, there's Track Central, there's everything. Yeah, look at that. Still here. 5 platinum medals missing from that pack. I don't think I got them all everywhere. Nah, and a couple there as well. And I'm pretty sure it's the tournaments. These tournaments are brutal. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched all the way to here, I'm going to keep saying this. I should actually ask people to subscribe at the start of the videos. I kind of suck at it. I don't really like... I don't know. I don't like videos that sort of beg people to subscribe. I kind of hope that if I make good stuff, people will press the button and want to watch more. But maybe I need to start asking at the front. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Now, the date that this is going to come out on, because I've already planned this. I planned it. For anyone that's watching this, maybe, do I reveal something here? Yeah. Alright. Tomorrow. So this is going to come out on the 4th of December, 2014. Tomorrow morning, I get on a plane. Oh, no, tomorrow afternoon, I should say. Sydney time. I get on an aeroplane. I got an aeroplane and I'm flying to Paris. Do I tell anybody? Maybe I'll leave it at that for now. I'll get on a plane and go to Paris. So if you follow me on Twitter, I may have already released this and told people about it, but if you don't, that's a little hint. And in my next video, I might tell you a little bit more. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.